let's move ahead and look to some of today's wrestlers as we do every week. And one guy we've not yet talked about at length is Bryan Danielson, former Daniel Bryan, now with AEW. Is he comparable to you as a worker? How do you see his work?
Um, it's okay. I think.
Wow, you just pissed a lot of people off because they think he's everything in a bag of chips. Okay's not the word they're looking for, Nate.
I didn't say he wasn't a good worker. I said, you asked me what I thought. I'll tell you what. I thought this is how I feel. When Hunter put him over at whatever WrestleMania that was, that made him. And he's a very talented kid. Don't misunderstand me. But you have to have one match, one place, one day, somewhere that makes you who you are. And remember Hunter, I don't know what WrestleMania that was, I think it was New York, where Hunter put him over. What number was that?
I forget, Nate. I do not know.
Yeah, and Hunter, who only wrestles once in a while, came out, and the match started out slow, but they ended up having a world-class match. So yeah, no, he's a hell of a performer. I don't see him as being Kenny Omega. I like him. It's you're just asking me my opinion.
Oh, no, I'm not asking you to say what you think. I think that he's a real good worker. I think he's at the top of the pile. But I got to be honest.
Is he a babyface now?
No, he's a heel right now.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. As a babyface, he's not Ricky Steamboat. As a heel, he's not me.
That's an accurate way of describing it, I think. If
that pisses people off, then they just got to live with history.
Well, I can't disagree. In fact, I agree wholeheartedly. And it was WrestleMania 30, by the way, Nate. I was kind of looking it up. Triple H and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, they tore the joint down, but that is the night that made Bryan. Yep, I like him a lot personally, but when you start asking me to talk about who's great and who's not, I mean, he's got a style. He's not AJ Styles by any means.
How much does his size hurt?
Well, I was going to say comparable size. He's a little bit smaller than AJ, I think, but he's not AJ Styles.
Well, what do you like about his work? What do you like? What do you not like? What are pros and cons?
I like his conditioning. I like the fact that he works hard. He'll do anything. It looks like he sacrifices his body at all odds. I mean, he throws himself around, takes some incredible bumps. That one bump he does off the top rope, he's done it a couple times. Nothing less than incredible. Does that make sense? I don't know who he was working with, but he does that suplex where he lands on his stomach. No, he's a hell of a hand. But you're asking me once again, and I'm not going to budge on who I think is good and who's great. I think he's very good.
I like him better as a heel, like now in AEW. I think he's got the condescending thing down pat. I think when he's a babyface, he doesn't have half as much personality. But then again, I guess that can be said.
No, but as a babyface, it's more believable though. There's another guy. He can sell his ass off. Somebody's making a comeback. For me, it's more fun to watch a guy like him making a comeback against the bigger guys. Does that make sense?
Oh, no question.
Yeah, it's harder for me to believe that as a heel, he's going to hold someone down. Does that make sense?
Especially if it's a bigger opponent.
Yeah, exactly. As a babyface who's just average size, but really loaded with talent, I much prefer him to see fighting from underneath. As a fan.
What kind of match could you have had with him?
Phenomenal. But here's the babyface. I can't do half the shit he could do, but I can take the shit that he would give me. Does that make sense? I could have.
A perfect description, which moves on now to our next topic.
No, it's kind of like Randy. I couldn't do a lot of fancy things like these can today, but I could take it. So, and sometimes taking it is just as impressive as giving it.
Sometimes taking it's more important than giving it.
Yeah, exactly.